What's up, guys? How you doing today? Gonna do a very quick update video on a recent acquisition that I've just purchased a couple weeks ago. It is the Arrma Fury 110 scale short course truck. Did a few modifications to it. Okay, everything obviously the body's still the same. As throw a sticker on the side and a little sticker on top. Aside from that, I just left everything else the way it is. So I'm going to show you what I did underneath. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below after I show you what's done. Yeah. So as you guys know, I purchased the 550 Mega. So it's the standard, came with the 550 brushed motor. So I went ahead and converted it to brushless. So basically what I've done here, in here I've inserted a Surpass Hobby 3660 4200 kV motor. What I did here is I had a 40mm cooling fan, and the longer screws that this fan came with I used to mount into the chassis here. I took off the Arrma sort of piece that was initially right on this chassis here, and I put it over top of the aluminum shroud. So you can see that's the fan right there. Okay, then I went ahead and installed a 6000 milliamp 50C 3S LiPo inside here. As you guys can see, it barely fit. It bows a bit, so I just have to take off the felt that's inside here, and then it'll be flush here. But yeah, it does fit. 6000 milliamp hard case HRB 50C 3S LiPo. It does fit. So of course I ran it up to here, and here's the balance plug to charge it. Right over here as you can see is 120 amp brushless ESC. So I went ahead and routed everything to there. Just turning it around. I just used the included cable management system to sort of tuck away as much as I could in here, and I just mounted the receiver up here. It is a very narrow chassis, so there's not really much room, so I just had to keep going up kind of thing. And of course the power switch for all this is right over here. Once again, I went inside the cable management system and just attached it right over here, so it's nice and snug. Kept everything the same in terms of shocks. Shocks are, you know, as we all know, Arrma is awesome for its shocks. I left it as is. I actually just added the medium size spacers up here, obviously on both sides. The rear came installed from the factory with the large one, so I left the large ones in the back. But I just added a couple more because now it's, you know, sitting quite heavy. And then you got the motor over and above that. Over here, right in here, in this, very easy to change this to brushless. All I did was I took off, there's 4 screws. Is it 4 screws? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 screws. It's 2 screws that hold this main housing together. One's down here and one's up there. And then these 2 here attached to a smaller inner frame. So I just took that off. I took off the pinion, which in this case comes stock, is a 14 tooth pinion. Took that off the 550 motor, put it back onto the 3660 brushless motor, basically buttoned everything back up the way it was. There is no adjustable motor mount in here, so it fits the way it's supposed to, and I just kind of ran it just here in the basement, and now, you know, the wheels are running smooth. There's really no issues whatsoever. It was a little bit tighter, but it just had to seat properly, and now, as you can see, no problem at all. So she's good. On 3S, you got some ballooning in the back, so yeah, it's I'm sure once weather gets better here in Canada, I'll be taking this out, testing it. So this is a 4200 kV unit. The brushless stock Fury, the BLX, comes with a 4000 kV unit, so by numbers this should be a little bit faster just running at 4200 kV versus the stock 4000. And being a 3S LiPo, that'll give me the torque because it is on the higher kV. But I typically gear my cars for both power and torque. 3900 kV is typically the sweet spot. It was pretty hard to find a 3900 kV in this size, so I went up to 42. And I've used this motor in many other cars, and I have no problems with it whatsoever. When I did mount this motor back here, I had to turn the motor this way, so because the chassis over here tapers inwards to make room for these wires. If you put the motor sort of this way, it'll interfere over here and it'll push this black piece outwards. Now it's nice and flush with the motor, so I recommend if you do convert your Fury to brushless, turn your motor this way and mount it as so, because you'll take advantage of the inner taper here of the chassis. That's about it. If you guys have any questions about this particular RC or any of the other ones in my fleet, please leave a comment below and I'll answer any questions that you guys may have. All right, have a good day. Ciao.